I am 16 years old, pacing back and forth at the front of my doorway, anticipating the preceding night. Around 7 p.m., Dustin pulled into my driveway to pick me up in his Dodge pickup truck. I was about to go on a date with a guy I dreamed about for months. As we glided down the road to Ariani's Italian restaurant, I gazed out the window at the Christmas lights whizzing by. When we stepped inside, we were immediately seated at an intimate table for two, glowing with candlelight. When a woman came to greet us and take our drink orders, I couldn't tell if he was frustrated with her or me. I did not understand why it was such a big deal that they didn't have Dr. Pepper. When the waitress politely informed him that they didn't have it, he rolled his eyes and said, "Why did I even choose to come here then?" I realized I didn't know anything about this boy. The way he talked to our waitress was so rude that I couldn't believe it was true. Without making eye contact, he proceeded to order his meal by pointing to it on the menu and saying, "Give me that," however you say it. I told the waitress I need a few more minutes, which instigated another eye roll from my date. "Don't take forever, I am starving and have things to do later," he said as I turned to stand up. I let out a deep breath once I got into the ladies' room and pulled my cell phone out from my purse and called my best friend, telling her how terrible he was to the staff and asking how I could possibly leave before ordering dinner. I felt trapped. I didn't have a car and I rode with him. I went back to the table reluctantly and sat down. Immediately I said, "I don't mean to offend you, but I have to leave. Sorry for the trouble, but I can't do this." He looked at me and scowled. "Excuse me?" He yelled at my back as I rushed towards the front door without turning back. He rushed out the door in fury behind me. I let him pass. I waited alone outside for about 10 minutes when a 1997 Oldsmobile turned into the parking lot, and a wave of relief came over me as I climbed into the safety of her passenger seat. I looked at Hannah, my best friend, and said, "That was the rudest person I've ever met, and the most horrendous date I will probably ever go on." Hannah glanced over, careful not to take her eyes off the road too long, and said, "Kindness and respect is the most valuable thing in a person, and it sounds like that guy had neither."